Hello everyone, this is I. How are you? I haven't filmed for a long time and yeah, do you miss me? It has been a few months since I make a tutorial and today I'd like to show you how to make this Corsair border, and today's tutorial is it's really about a border. Okay, this is a border design that I'm going to show you, and I'll show you this design I posted on Instagram 18 weeks ago, and this is a short video of what it does. It's just a border that you can use this border in all sorts of designs, and it folds back and it opens up as well. So Suzanne HB gave me the name, the Corsair border. So is a plane, name of plane that have retractable wings, I think. So yeah, this is posted 18 weeks ago as well, and this is done in limited edition rainbow loom bands, and it's much easier to make if you have the rounded band, and they're a lot more stable. And yeah, that's the back of it and that's the front of it. So the inside design is a good fortune bracelet. A good fortune bracelet is on Soul's Providers channel, my looming buddy Eddie, and if you go to his channel you'll be able to find a good fortune bracelet tutorial. And I'm just using his bracelet as a base design on the inside because it's easy to make and it looks great. So now I am gonna show you this in front of me. So this is the same design, so it can be folded back with the opaque band is a bit they twist easily, so when if you're making it with the opaque band, it might be a bit tricky to make at the beginning, okay, but it's not that hard a process. So if you want to wear it like that, you can. So it has a skinnier bracelet with the bands sticking out the side like that, and that's the back of it, and you can wear it open, and the front and the back of the design is a bit different. So that's a tricky bit about it. When you're making this design, you have to remember which way to turn the band so it have that border. So that's the front of the border and that's the back of it. That's the back of it. Okay, and I made little ones, and that's in limited edition band, and this one is called Good Fortune TV. I was making a Good Fortune bracelet while I was watching TV, and it turned out to be something else. So this is Good Fortune TV with a border, and this is a single chain with the Corsair border as well. So and this one is, what do they call them, a double chain, I think, and then with the border. Okay, so you can tell it's a bit it's not quite even out because the middle is a bit small, so there's a lot of bands on the side sticking out, so the border doesn't sit quite nicely as it should be. Yeah, they're just test pieces that I made to see what the border is going to look like, and this is when it's not looped, the border is not looped in, this is what it looks like. Okay, I will show you how to make this one. Okay, so we're going to start making this one, and I'm going to use the exact same color, but in limited edition band. So pink, blue and yellow. Okay, that's gold, and so yep, this is what I'm going to use to make this bracelet. And it's not a hard bracelet to make, but it's a bit tricky, so please yeah, put up with my talking. And it's already 5 minutes, and I'm sure some people will complain that you start so late again in the video. Too much talking, not enough showing. So there we go. We're gonna go starting here. Oops, bands flying everywhere. There. Okay. I'm going to pull this through our cat band. And we are going to pick up one loop like that. I'm going to put our cat band back this way first. Hold on to our cat band and make sure that band doesn't go through it. And this band here is going to go in. I'm actually going to take this off and let it drop in like that. Okay, you see, that's a cat band, and that's your outside band. You're just dropping one band in there. Okie dokie. And next I'm gonna pull this band. Okay, we're not playing on this side first, we're gonna swap it over. Okay, swap that over. Now we are going to grab a gold band. Okay, I'm going to pick up the bottom cat band like that, and we're going to drop the gold in there. Okay, drop the gold in there and put the band back. So this is what it looks like with two bands. Okay, and now we are going to pull this band through two bands. So it's a cat band, and we're going to pick up the two outside band. Okay, we're dropping the cat band back at the bottom now. Okay, and we're going to the other side. Now going through two bands. Okay, and pick up the outside band and put that band back as well. So this is a standard 6 loop. Okay, if you're used to making flat border design, and this is what you get at the start usually, but we're dropping those two bands in there. Now we're gonna put one band in. So take the first band off and looping this through the inside 4 bands and picking up the inside 2 bands. Okay, going through 4 bands with the blue and then pick up the inside 2 and closing it. So the Good Fortune bracelet design. Now we are going to drop this band into the first band like that. Okay, now we'll grab a pink outside band. I'm going to go through 3 bands, 1, 2, 3. We're picking up the blue and the outside and close like that. Okay, turn it to the other side. I'm going to do the same. I'll drop one band in to the border band and dropping it in there. Okay, grab another band, pulling it through 3 bands, picking up the blue outside 2 bands like that, and then we'll grab one, taking this off, dropping it in like that. Okie dokie. Now there's actually an easier way to do this, or not easier but a different way to do this, but this is what we're gonna do for now. Now we're gonna put this in the inside. I see some people in like Eddie's tutorial pull this through all the bands, 1 2 3 4, how many are they, 1 2 3 4 5 6 bands. So you're picking up the 2 band on the inside and just peeling that off like that and putting those bands back again. So that's one way of doing it. Okay, and now I think we're gonna swap over to the other side. I'll drop that band in there like that. Okay, so we're really just making the good fortune bracelet with all these dangly bits sticking out the side. So we're going through 4 bands now. We're picking up the blue and the 2 outside band. Okay, and we're picking up the 2 outside band. We're going to drop this in there as well, like that. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over, do the other side, grab another band, going through 4 bands, picking up the blue and picking up the 2 outside band. I'm going to drop one more band in here, the first band like that. Okay, there we go. Now there's a lot of way we can do this design as well. We can drop it outside here, or we can drop it inside on the 2 bands. But I'm not going to confuse you at the moment because yeah, it's quite confusing already. Now we are going to get a blue band. This is what I usually do. I pick the 2 bands off and just looping this through like that, and picking up the 2 in the middle and put all those bands back like that. So whichever way is easier for you to do, okay? Just pull 4 bands through 4 bands, picking up the blue and the 2 outside band like that, and drop that in there. And we're going to turn it over and do the other side. 1 band. Let's move that out now. 1 band, going through 4 bands, picking up the blue and the outside pink and putting that one back as well. Grab 1 band of the border band, taking 1 off and just putting that back like that. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to do this one more time, going through 4, oops. Now, wrong. Now, sorry, we need the blue band, don't we? The blue one, going through inside and picking up the middle. There we go, like that. And I'm going to grab our pink one now, going through 4 bands, picking up the blue outer band, putting that one back. One more. This one goes on the outside. Okay, just like that. Turning it to the other side. And a pink band. Going through 4 bands, picking up blue and the 2 outer band, and this one goes in there. Like that. So this is how I close my design off for this bracelet. Just loop a band, the border band, the pink one, and then you just go through all the bands. Okay, all the bands, and picking up the inside too. Okay, and where's my C-clips? C-clips. So we're going to C-clips this 4 bands. Okay, C-clip 4 bands, like that. So we have all this sticky out band, okay? So this is what it looks like with all the sticky out bands. And now if you keep making the design, it will look like that. Let's see, I'll pull one off and show you. Pull off the side. Now I'm going to pull the side apart. Okay, so this is when you pull the side apart. This is what it looks like if you're going to just make this border onto a different bracelet. You can make you can use this border on a lot of different bracelets. So that's what it looks like on the outside. Now I actually make this different, just realized I made it different because I looped the band on the first band, like only on the first band. If you put this band on the inside, on the 2 bands, it will sit inside that there. So it's gonna be wider when you finish. I'll show you. We'll start on this one then. This is what you do. You pick up the first band, and you do, I used this technique in my silken gown before, which I do the twist where it flips over on one side and flips over on the other side. So this time we're going to do our clockwise first, okay? Clockwise, we turn our band once, clockwise, okay? And we're going to pick up our second band, okay? This is the tricky bit. You pick up this second band, you go through the first one, okay? And then you're going to clockwise this again. Clockwise, twist, clockwise, okay? And then you're going to pick up your first band like that, okay? Now we're going through our third band and pulling it through the 2 bands there, okay? Pulling it through the 2 bands like that. We're going to go clockwise, okay? and we're going to pick up the ones closest to our hook. Okay, like that. And we're grabbing the next band. Grabbing the next band, going through 2 bands. Okay, and we're going to do our clockwise again. We're twisting our hook in a circle. Okay, so our band have a twist in it. It's clockwise, and we're going to pick up the outside band. Okay, and we're going to pick up the next band, going through 2 bands, and we're going to twist this clockwise and then pick up the outside band and pulling it through 2 bands like that, and clockwise this again and picking up those bands, those 2 bands. Okay, and if you want to hook this all together, you can. You're just basically taking out the band that we looped through earlier, going through 2 bands and hook it back again. Okay, just going through the bands and hook it back like that. So we got one side of the border done. We're flipping it to the other side. Now this side we have to do anti-clockwise. Okay, 1 band, anti-clockwise. We're picking up the second band, going through the first band. Okay, anti-clockwise, and we're picking up that same band again. We'll go to pick up the third band, and the third band's going through both bands. Okay, and we're going to do anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, and picking up the outside band, the one that's closest to your hook. Okay, and then we're gonna pick up the next band. The next band's going through the 2 bands. Okay, and we'll do anti-clockwise again, anti-clockwise, picking up the one that's closest to your hook, and we're pulling through the next band like that, the 2 bands, and we're doing our anti-clockwise again, picking up the one closest to your hook and pulling this band through 2 bands. Okay, anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook. Okay, we're done. So we're going to take the band off, the one that we looped on at the end, the closing band like that, and just pulling it through the 2 bands and closing it, just putting the band back. Okay, tricky, tricky, tricky. There we go. So that's what it looks like. If you keep going, you get actually quite a different design when it's looped on the outside. It's wider and flatter, and it's very cute as well. Now I'm going to show you this one here. Okay, now we are going to pick up the first band. We'll do clockwise, clockwise, a circle, pick up the second band going through. Okay, and we're going to pick up the first one as well. Oh, hang on, I'm getting it wrong already. Let me start again. Now we have to make sure our bands are all flat. If you're using the normal band, you make sure they're all flat as well. There's no twist in it. So we're going through first one clockwise, picking up one, going through it, and you make sure when you do a clockwise bend you leave it and not having more twists in it, or else it's gonna go all funny as well. Clockwise, okay, picking up that band, and we're getting this third band going through 2 bands like that. We'll do clockwise, and we're picking up the one on the outside, grab our next band, going through 2 bands, okay, clockwise, picking up the outside band, and then we're looping that through 2 bands, and make sure they don't switch in order, okay. Now clockwise, pick up the outside band, and grab the next band going through 2 bands, and clockwise, picking up one band, the outside band, and pulling through 2 bands, one band through 2 bands, okay, clockwise, pick up the outside band, grabbing that band and pulling it through 2 bands, clockwise, pick up the outside band, grab the next band going through the 2 bands, clockwise, picking up the outside band and picking up the new band and going through the 2 bands, clockwise, picking up the outside band, grab the new band going through 2 bands, clockwise, pick up that band. Now we're going to do the same again when we close the bracelet, okay, going through the 2 bands and hook it back on the C-clip. Okay, so that's one side of the border done, like that, and we're going to do the other side. Okay, now this is the anti-clockwise side. Anti-clockwise, pick up the next band going through the band, one band, okay, anti-clockwise, picking up the band, we're pulling through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, picking up the outside band, and pick up the new band and going through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, pick up the outside band and grab a new band and pull it through, pull it through 2 bands, okay, anti-clockwise, pick up the outside band, grab a new band, going through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, grab a new band, no, grab the outside band and grab your new band, going through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, pick up the outside band. Hello, I'm back again. The video, yeah, my phone ran out of space, so the video cut off. So we just finished looping the end bit in, and this is what it looks like when you finished. Okay, and this one, pardon all the doggy hair. Okay, there's lots of doggy furs in my house, so they're everywhere. Now, when you finish the design, you can fold it back, and there's your bracelet with the retractable border like that. So that's one, and the one I showed you earlier how to make is actually wider because the border band was only looped through one band. If you loop the border band into the second band, you will have the border closer to the bracelet like that. So it depends on how you like the border and in whichever bracelet you're putting it into, the border into. So yeah, it's up to you how you want to use the border. I'm just really showing you how to make that twist, the clockwise and anti-clockwise twist to make the border itself. It can be in any design you like, okay? And if you're using someone's design, like I'm using Eddie's design, this Good Fortune, and please credit the designer for the bracelet, okay? Just if you're on Instagram and you're posting, please credit the owner of the bracelet that you're making. And I think this one actually looks really cute when it's fold back, because all this loop is still sticking out, and it look kind of like lacy at the end, at the side. So, but yeah, you have to make the full bracelet to kind of like appreciate it, because the end bit's a bit funny, like the start and the end of the bracelet is a bit strange because they're going back into the bracelet itself. So there we go. Okay, they're actually quite cute on both sides. You can probably wear that side too if you like. Okay, yep. And let me show you this one. I'm just going to do it one more time. I think it's not a hard concept, but I'm not very good at showing it, so I'm going to show you one more time. Okay, so we grab the first band. I'm going to do clockwise, and then we're picking up a new band, pulling it through. Okay, we have to keep this band stable so it doesn't twist anymore. So we're going to go clockwise again. So we're going to pick up this band, outside band, and grabbing another band, making sure that you're actually picking up the one after, not like from in here. Okay, going through two bands. Oopsie. Let's do it again. Going through two bands. Alright, I'm going to change side. That hook's a bit small. Going through two bands. Okay, and then clockwise. Picking up the outside. Okay, next band. So many bands. Picking up that band. Going through two bands, clockwise, picking up the outside band. Okay, pulling it through two bands, clockwise, picking up the outside band, grab a new band, pulling it through 2 bands clockwise, picking up the bands closest to your hook, grab a new band, pulling it through 2 bands clockwise, picking up the outside band, grab a new band, going through 2 bands clockwise, picking up the outside band, grab a new band, see, not that one, grab a new band, going through 2 bands clockwise, picking up the outside one closest to your hook, grab a new band, going through 2 bands clockwise, pick up the outside band, pick up a new band, going through 2 loops clockwise, pick up the outside band and grab a new band, going through 2 loops clockwise, pick up the outside band, grab a new band, going through 2 loops clockwise, pick up the outside band closest to your hook, grab a new band, going through 2 loops clockwise, grab the outside band closest to your hook, grab a new band, going through 2 bands clockwise, pick up the closest to your hook band, pick up a new band, going through 2 loops clockwise, pick up the band closest to your hook, grab the last band on mine, pulling it through 2 loops clockwise, pick up the one closest to your hook. Now, this is a fishtail that I made. So I'm just gonna grab one of them like that, grab, hook through and put it back for now. Okay, there we go, one side done. Ta-da! Now going to the other side, and here we go, anti-clockwise. Okay, and if you did the anti-clockwise first, then you're doing the clockwise. It doesn't matter which side you do first, but one side have to be clockwise and the other side have to be anti-clockwise, or else they'll flip opposite side, one flip. Okay, so just remember. Okay, clockwise, no, hello, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, pick up a band, going through 1 band, anti-clockwise, pick up the same band again, grab a new band, going through 2 bands. Might be easier using your normal loom hook. Okay, going anti-clockwise, picking up the one that's closest to your hook. Okay, and grab the next band, going through 2 bands. Okay, 2 bands, and anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook. Now going through 2 bands, and anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook. Okay, and then pulling it through 2 bands like that, anti-clockwise, closest to your hook, pick up that band and grab a new band, going through 2 bands like that. Now anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest, there you go, picking up the one closest to your hook, grab a new band, pulling it through. Okay, anti-clockwise and going through 2 bands, and then you go anti-clockwise again, picking up the band closest to your hook, grab a new band and pulling it through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, grab a new band, pulling it through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, grab a new band, going through 2 bands, okay, and anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, grab a new band, going through 2 bands, and anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, pulling a band through it, okay, and then anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, going through 2 bands, anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, pulling that 2 over, 1 over 2, anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook, grabbing a new band, pulling it through, and anti-clockwise, picking up the one closest to your hook. I feel like a broken record. Now, there we go. We're just going to pick up the same band that we picked up before to loop those 2 over, this is my pink band. So I'm just going to pull it through like that and loop them through and hook it. Yay. And C-clip. So, ta-da! Okay, so there's our border. There. It's probably a bit sticky and need a bit of arrangement to make them sit properly because they are quite further out. So if you push them further out, the band further out, they'll sit nicely for you. And you can flip it whichever way you like. If you like them sitting this way, like, you know, fishtail border, so like that, okay, and or you can fold them in, and there you go. So that's your, whichever way you want to fold it, or whichever way how you want to wear it. So that's the design. So I think, how would I clip this together? I think if I get a longer one to show you, a longer one, I'll probably clip I'll clip that bit into those at the end. Okay. Whoopsie, I'm not good at clipping stuff. There we go. And then if you want it to be a bit more sturdy, I guess you can get another 2 C-clips just to clip the wing bit. Okay, just to clip the border. Yep. It's not a very good way of showing you because this is actually done wrongly. So you just basically clip the border up like that. So you have the border one and the other border. Okay, this is a bit messy. At the end it shouldn't be so messy, okay? It should be quite neat. Okay, so here's the longest tutorial ever for me, and I hope you like the border. It's a bit tricky. I didn't think it was that too tricky to show, but it is tricky to show. And please, not many not too many thumbs down, thank you. And yeah, I tried. So I hope you like it, and I hope to make more tutorial for you again soon. Oh, look at this one. This one actually sits very nicely together. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.